Wow, Penelope. Same shirt, 3 videos in a row. It's called marathon filming. Don't hate. So today I'm going to be doing my September TBR, and for the month of September, my theme is going to be Scandalous September. Now, the reason that I chose scandal for my theme this month is because during the month of September, there is Banned Books Week, and this is a week that takes place from the 21st to the 27th, and I think that what you're supposed to do is just devote your week to reading banned books, I believe. I haven't done a whole lot of research about this. If not, that's what I'm gonna do. 3 of the books that I'm reading have been banned at some point in time. I don't know if they are officially still banned. Do they still have banned books? I don't know if it's really a thing. Ban wearing leggings with a t-shirt. Ban people who don't use their blinkers. Ban Birkenstocks. But don't ban books. Just don't. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get on into it. The first 2 books that I'm reading are not banned books, but I would definitely put both of these books under the scandal spectrum. The first book that I am planning on picking up during Scandalous September is Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Now, I recently hauled this book. I recently purchased all of Gillian Flynn's books, and I read Sharp Objects in June. Loved it, love her writing, love everything about her. So I really need to continue on with the rest of her books, especially considering this has a movie adaptation coming out in November. It's about a woman named Libby Day, and many years ago when she was about 7, her mother and 2 sisters were murdered, and she testified that her brother was the killer. So many years later, she has to go back and revisit her past and revisit the crimes and figure out if that is truly what happened or if she made some awful mistake. The next book that I'm going to pick up will probably come to no surprise to you guys. It is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and this also has a movie adaptation coming out in October, so I felt like this month was the month I needed to do it. I've heard that it is so shocking that the ending is very, one might say, scandalous, so I just really am very excited to read it. It's about a married couple and the wife goes missing and then the husband is the #1 suspect. It kind of sounds like a story that you've heard many times before, you know? It doesn't really sound particularly original, but I've heard that it is completely shocking and the ending is like, I've mostly heard that people hate the ending, so it kind of makes me scared. But it also kind of really intrigues me, so I'm interested to see which area of the spectrum I land on, if I love it, if I hate it. I'm really looking forward to it. Next book that I'm planning to pick up in September is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. A lot of you guys might be thinking, whoa, Harry Potter? Seriously, what's scandalous about Harry Potter? What? Well, for those of you who don't know, every single book in the series is on a banned reading list, or it was during the years of its publication. Harry Potter started when I was in 2nd grade, and I read it, I think I started reading them in 3rd or 4th grade and didn't stop until they finished. And I remember some of my friends' parents said they couldn't read Harry Potter because it dealt with witchcraft and wizardry, and I'm not gonna knock anyone's values, I'm not, but come on, you know, I remember seeing documentaries of people doing book burnings of Harry Potter because of the witchcraft. I mean, that's taking it to an extreme, you know? I don't think Harry Potter was hurting anybody, and I don't think it deserved to be on the banned reading books list, but it is, and I really just wanted to continue reading Harry Potter. I have reread this series many times, and I started rereading it last year and didn't finish the entire series, so I thought I would continue on. And like I said, I was in a huge reading slump in August, and there is no better cure to a reading slump than reading Harry Potter. There's not, and it goes with the banned book theme, so win-win. The next book that I'm planning to pick up during September is The Catcher and the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Now, this is a classic. This is a classic that is known to be very controversial, and it's also known to have lots of fans, lots of people who love it and adore it, and lots of people who hate it. Anytime I hear stuff about that, whether it's a classic, whether it's contemporary, whether it's whatever the book is, if people love it and hate it, I'm automatically interested. I bought this edition many years ago and I started to read it and just like never really got too deep into it. I honestly don't even know what this book is about. I'm kind of ashamed about that, but I'm also just really looking forward to going into it blind, so yeah. And the final book that I'm planning to pick up during Scandalous September is a book that is probably the most controversial book that has been published over the past 60 years, which is Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. I really don't think that I have to go into a whole lot of detail about Lolita to tell you why it is so controversial, but for those of you who don't know, Lolita follows a man named Humbert Humbert, and Humbert is a middle-aged man who is obsessed with nymphets, which is his word for underage girls. Are you guys getting a sense of why this is so controversial? Because yeah, it's creepy. It's creepy. I've always felt like Lolita was a book that I did not want to read in public. I did not want anyone to know that I was reading because I don't want anyone to think I'm twisted or, you know, just, no. It's just kind of very scandalous and very wrong. But this book is also a modern classic, and I think that it's obviously a modern classic for a reason, so I want to read it and figure out how I feel about it. In the comments below, I would love for you guys to let me know what some of the scandalous reads you've read are, whether they are banned books or 50 Shades of Grey, smut-like, anything really. Just let me know because I could always use more scandalous book recommendations. Alright guys, so that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.